happened today. And first, let's start from Ben Affleck. She he allegedly dating daughter of already former candidate of president of the United States, uh, JFK Jr., John F. Kennedy Jr. His daughter named Kat, I think. Let me double check this. Kick Kennedy. So allegedly he's dating Kick Kennedy, even though his representative said no, it's not true. He's not dating her. They're not dating. They not even met each other properly. Even though Kick was in a couple of TV shows, but obviously she's not a famous actress. She's famous because of her relations with John F. Kennedy Jr. Of course, Kennedy's family is super famous in the world, super famous in the United States, so that's why she's famous. So basically, his rap said that's not true, it's not happening, but we all know that there's no smoke without fire, and that some rumors start about them being together, so something might happen. Even though they just filed for divorce. I mean, Jennifer Lopez just filed for divorce from Ben Affleck. Even though I think he already moved on. Like, they haven't been dating for a couple of months. They didn't have apparently they didn't have a relationship for 4 or 5 months. So it's not uh, it's not a news for me for them probably that Ben Affleck moved on with his life. And even though they say it's not true, in the future we'll see and hear more about him being in a relationship with somebody else, and it's normal. People just moving on with their lives. It's really interesting because we still don't know the exact reason why he and J Lo filed for divorce. Uh, they I mean, J Law, when she filed for divorce, she said irreconcilable differences was her reason for that. But exact reason why it really happened, we still don't know. Apparently, they were in perfect match, and they had some issues. And Ben Affleck, sources close to him, actually said that he was expecting them having like a completely different relationship than they had before, 20 years ago, 20 plus years ago. But it didn't happen. They also had same struggles, same issues. It was so many different sources, so many different information about them. Some people said that they were just not meant to be, and they banned this introvert while J Lo is like super extrovert. So we don't know the truth just yet. It's like a lot of speculation, and recent news that Ben Affleck is dating somebody else, which is crazy actually because nobody expected that. His rep said it's not true, so let's leave it this way. Like, it's not true. He's not dating Kid Kennedy. Uh, Again, like, I doubt the information that his rep said that they never met. Um, I don't know about that, but apparently he's not dating anyone at the moment. But again, like, so many news about J Lo and Ben Affleck and what's going on right now, and I'm sure they're gonna date somebody in the near future. For Ben, it's a second divorce. For J Lo, it's fourth. So they've been around. Uh, Even though it sucks to see them divorcing, because I don't know, like, there's so many news about them. A lot of people were talking about them and saying like, oh, such a good couple. They should have been married for 20 plus years now, but it didn't happen. Uh, Unfortunately, bad luck, and she loved Ben Affleck for her whole life. She was thinking about him for this all this period of time when she was married to different guys. I don't know. It's kind of ridiculous because I think it's weird when you get married to Mark Anthony and you have kids with him and you're thinking about Ben Affleck. Apparently, that would happen. I don't know if it's true or not, but that would a lot of sources have been saying to us. And it didn't work out between them. I'm shocked that it happened so fast. They only lasted for 2 years, which is really, really fast. But, you know, maybe they should move on. I mean, in their age, maybe it's great that they lasted only for 2 years, not been around for 20 years or 10 years, and then they like in their 60s or 70s and they not happy. Basically, from sources that I read, from newspapers that I read, and a lot of insiders that I read, and like different newspapers mentioned different insiders, right? They weren't happy. They were happy together, and for a long period of time. Right now, they just started like officially saying to us that they divorcing, but for a long period of time they're not living together. And this news that happened today that Ben allegedly dating somebody else is like not news to me, even though it's kind of too fast. But it was a long time coming. Unfortunately, again, for this beautiful couple. And we can all agree that they look great together. I see some comments. Good morning. Hi. It's not actually morning. I'm in New York right now, so it's 7:37 right here right now. But hello, hello. I might do another stream tomorrow with more news. It's like my second stream. That's why like I'm not planning to be here for a while. Hey to India, from United States, from New York. A lot of Indian people live here. And let's continue of today's news. And another news that Brittany Cartwright filed for divorce from her husband, ex-husband, Jax Taylor. Also, it's not like news to us because we were following their couple and they were ready to divorce. They were thinking about divorcing for a long time. It was a long time coming. But interesting what she said. She said she thinks that her still husband technically, Jax Taylor, is selfish because she needed to rent Airbnb for her and her son and their son because Jax didn't want to move out of their house, which is crazy, right? Because why wouldn't you let your wife stay in the house with your kid and not make them rent Airbnb? I mean, I don't care what kind of relationship you have with your wife or ex-wife, whatever, but you gotta respect your kid, first of all. And it's not like your kid deserves that. Like, live in Airbnb. He's your son and he's such a kid right now. Small kid. So, I don't know why he did it, if it's true. And actually, I'm gonna read it to you what she said to Us Weekly. A lot has happened with me and Jax. We were already having issues all summer long, but once the cameras stopped rolling, things just seemed like they were getting worse and worse and worse. So about 6 weeks ago, I separated from Jax. I moved into an Airbnb with Cruz because Jax wouldn't leave the house. So, I mean, we know that already, that behind the scenes, a lot of things going on actually, because what we see on camera, especially on the shows like Vanderpump Rules, is like it's completely different what's going on behind the scenes. And I'm sure on different shows, it's like it's all fake. A lot of things fake though. That's why I'm always like, when see you again. Subscribe to this channel, and a lot of things, especially like remember what happened with Raquel Levis and what happened with Tom Sandoval, Ariana Madix, all this triangle that they had. So I was like, I wasn't a true believer in that. I was like, you know what? I don't know what's going on. Is it true or not? Let me check actually my live stream. Here we go. See, I wasn't sure when the scandal happened with Ariana Madix and Tom Sandoval and Raquel Levis, that everything was true. Same here, like what we know, what's going on camera, it's not what really happens in real life. Trust me. I know that. I'm kind of like working in entertainment industry for 7 years now, and I know what's going on behind the camera. It's not really all that stuff that we see. Even though sometimes I'm a victim of that as well. I'm like, I want to see them being together. I want to see people like happy, like they look in camera. It's not what really is going on behind the scenes. That's why when I hear people like Jackson, Brittany Cartwright saying bad stuff about each other, they divorcing. Sometimes it's true, and we just don't know what's going on. So she also said, I just hit this point where I just started noticing everything that he did to me. It just hit me like a ton of bricks. I've been through a lot of pain in this relationship, Brittany said. I just can't deal with it anymore. I mean, I'm not supporting divorces. I don't like it when people divorce, and especially like if you see them on camera on live TV and you see them like happy together allegedly, and then they're divorcing. But you know, when two people actually saying that no, it's not working, I support when they make the decision and divorce as soon as possible, in my opinion, because don't waste time. Don't waste time on that. If relationship don't work out, don't waste time on them. That's my personal opinion. And actually, you know, I like taken from my personal life. Sometimes I was hanging on for the relationship that didn't work out because you know I'm this kind of guy who likes to win in life, right? And I was like, I cannot lose. I cannot lose in this relationship. No, I gotta win. I gotta find every option to make them work. It was just not meant to be. Sometimes you gotta give up and realize that. And maybe good things are coming your way. No stress, less stress. Good things are coming your way. That's why when I read this, on the one hand, I'm disappointed for them, but on the other hand, I'm like, kind of, you know, maybe it's for better. She also said, so for me, it was just kind of like talking up for myself, taking up for myself. Having a child really woke me up and lifted a little bit of what I deserve and what I'm going to put up with for the rest of my life. And I just knew that I had to figure out what I want to do for my future and make things a super positive living situation for my son. That's all that I care about. So she says, even though that she disappointed in Jax, his behavior, she doesn't like what he did to her, but she concentrated on her son. I think that's the most important thing in a relationship, right? If you've been together with somebody and you just two people and you separated, you know, you can live your own life. But if you have a kid between you, that's your main priority in life. He or she is little and they don't know what's going on, why dad or mom is not around. So your priority in life should be like, take care of them. And when I see people like actually say this, I think that's great for kids actually, because a lot of kids in this world they're struggling because of separation of their parents. And you know, just today I read about Aaron Hernandez's story, and he was molested as a kid. He didn't have like this close relationship with his family when he was a kid, and that caused him to actually live this crazy life, to commit murder, uh, to get to jail, and then commit suicide. So it's great that when parents actually take care of their kids. So she also said, I felt like I wasn't good enough. If you start to feel like your partner doesn't want you and they're also being mean to you, it's like, what am I doing here? Am I basically living with a roommate? I hit my breaking point, she explained. When she tried to speak to Taylor about the lack of sex, Cartwright claimed that he would tell her was 44 and I'm tired, an answer that didn't suffice to her, for her. Uh, yeah. Interesting. In India, we have more tolerance, give more value about relationship than you say. I think. I don't know about that, but I definitely think that celebrities don't have value in their relationship because the problem I think with celebrities is that they're around different people like every day and good-looking people, and they not really like uh, just regular average folks. They have their jobs from 9 to 5. They coming home at 5 and they basically can spend the whole evening with their partner. In entertainment world, sometimes you work this long hours. You don't see your partner. Sometimes you fly into different countries. If you're like a musical artist, you have your tours, and sometimes your partner can be with you. And it's like it's such a big problem in their world. That's why their relationship sometimes is just going nowhere. Even though they've been together, they fell in love, but just going nowhere. We can only like name few relationship in the music industry or acting industry or entertainment industry in general that worked out and people were together for a while, for a long period of time. And now we see today's live stream actually about divorces. Ben and Jennifer divorce, even though like we just a couple of months ago, like 5 to 6 months ago, we were talking about them as a couple, greatest love of all. I was doing these videos about J Lo's mom, and she was talking to every outlet that she's so happy for them because Ben was definitely someone that J Lo was looking at all her life, and now it's over. Same with Brittany Cartwright and Jax Taylor. Even though for me, I was kind of expecting that from J Lo and Ben because I saw some issues in their relationship, and I was like, they're not gonna last a long period of time. For sure, I didn't want them to divorce that quick. I thought maybe like 7 years, 8 years. But for Jax and Brittany, I was like, probably they divorcing. Also, we should understand that in reality TV show world, it's a little different, right? So we don't know what's the truth until we see the proof that they divorced and that everything happened. But let's talk about that as a truth. So if it's a truth, I think what Britney describes is just this relationship is over. Like they're not meant to be. She needs to move on with her life. She also said, I was super lucky to have all that happen for me. But Jax wasn't having the same stuff happening for him. So it was a big shift in our relationship that kind of took a toll for a while. Last month, on an episode of his and Cartwright's When Really Hits podcast, Jax revealed he and Cartwright were still trying to exhaust everything before considering divorcing. I guess that's what you're supposed to do, especially if you have a kid. You gotta try every option before you consider divorcing. But if it's not working out, better to end it sooner than later, in my opinion. I think I'm right in this because I'm speaking from my experience and for what I noticed in other people. So today's stream, as I said, was only 20 minutes. Hopefully tomorrow will be 40, 15 minutes. I'm gonna prepare more stories for you, and thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.